Hi, it's Christina with the Sisyphean Journal, and the ACLU's kind of been in the news a lot, getting some flack for putting Amber Heard forth as this representative of domestic abuse, domestic violence, without properly vetting her story. The ACLU has a history of supposedly protecting women, but going about it in really dubious ways. And the example I want to bring up to you is something very dismaying I heard when I was working at Life Dynamics. One of the things I did, I listened to years and years and years of tapes of National Abortion Federation events, their risk management seminars, and their annual meetings. And for a long time in those meetings, malpractice cases were a huge deal. Not surprisingly, the focus for not getting sued and defeating lawsuits wasn't let's stop committing malpractice. It was, how to cover your ass. But Kitty Colbert from the ACLU spoke to this organization of supposedly the cream of the crop abortion providers. And first I want to give you a little background of what I saw when I was working at Life Dynamics, because one huge aspect of what Life Dynamics did while I was there, they likely still do it, is hooking abortion-injured women or the families of women who died from abortion malpractice, hooking them up with attorneys. And we got to see the things that abortion clinics and their lawyers would do to get women to drop these lawsuits. And it was absolutely appalling. In a lot of cases, they would go to the women's sexual partners, whether that was boyfriends, whether it was kind of abusive relationships where the women were tolerating sexual abuse because nobody had ever told them that they didn't have to put up with that. Threatening to drag the woman's sexual history into court and use it as what was called the slut defense, defame the woman and convey the impression that she's just such a nasty slut that she deserved to have this happen to her. In one case that we dealt with, the woman was severely injured, but she dropped her lawsuit because the attorney for the abortion facility got hold of sex tapes that her boyfriend had made and said, we are going to try to get these admitted into court. And even if we can't get them admitted into court, we're going to show them to your father if you don't drop this lawsuit. Okay? That is the kind of thing that gets done to get women to drop these lawsuits against people who left them with devastating injuries. So with that in your mind, think about what Kitty Colbert of the ACLU said to the National Abortion Federation during this meeting. On the plus side, she did chew them out for committing malpractice. She did tell them they needed to get their act together. But she made it clear that she was going to side with them and defend them no matter what. And it seemed like the main reason she wanted them to quit with the malpractice was, I'm going to quote her as precisely as I can remember, I'm sick and tired of beating the shit out of this woman to get her to drop her lawsuit. Somebody from the ACLU verbally, emotionally, mentally, psychologically beating the shit out of women to get them to drop lawsuits against the abortion clinics and doctors that severely injured them. That is how the ACLU has been working. That's what the ACLU reproductive rights drive is all about. It's about protecting the people who do the abortions, not the women that they injure. And that's something people need to know. This going off half-cocked with Amber Heard is, yeah, it's bad, but it's not nearly as appalling as what they do to abortion-injured women.